What's up, you wonderful, beautiful nerds? Welcome to the Anime Association. I am Shin, the hero, and I am joined by Ginyu, my good friend G. Today
Hey,
we will be talking about Windbreaker, Episode 8, Hidden Feelings, Season 2. This was a pretty action-packed episode, I'm not gonna lie. But before we jump into the discussion, do us a favor. If you like us, subscribe to us. If any you like the content that we do here, about these episode discussions every week and everything like that, like the video. It helps us out a bunch. Now, let's jump into this. General thoughts, G. What did you think about the episode in general?
well, I quite like this episode. I think I had said in previous episodes that we were scheduled some hands at some point. I know there had been a lot more slice of life stuff in terms of what was happening in the district, and a few hands in here and there. But we would really do a hand session, and that's kind of what I was really excited for. And boy, I was so happy watching that episode. So yeah, it is an absolute W in my opinion.
Okay, all right. I had to agree. I mean, Kanji, my man just literally was destroying people left or right. For a second there, he was just throwing haymakers and knocking people out. And then one of my favorite things in like a brawl type setting like that is when somebody's beating somebody up and they say somebody off screen say something and they look and they just got this limp body in their hand like that and they just look like, huh? And then they just drop that person. That is so cool. Like their whole organization is dope. And then we also get the introduction of this white bandana group. You remember the name of them?
I think it's the gravel.
Gravel, is that
Yeah.
them? Do you think the kid who was talking, I'm assuming that's the leader because he was talking the most, and I think we did get a name and everything like that. You think he gonna be something, or
I think
what?
he is going to be something. I think he is going to be something. But like there was the bit that kind of made me have a little second thought was when Kanji kind of gave him the big talk of saying like, you think it's going to be all of you that's going to make it past us. It might just be you. And he kind of had a little pause.
Be
He
you?
had a little,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like like he was just like, oh, like it sounded like it almost felt like he wasn't used to someone having that bravado to to really stand up for themselves. So I think it kind of took him aback. Now again, a situation like this, and if you want to go real life world, is there's some people that talk the big talk, but once they see that you don't back down, they actually like shrivel down and be like, oh, is
Yeah.
he that guy, or is he actually going to throw them hands? So yeah, definitely interesting. We'll look to see if he is someone.
All right, let's jump back a little to the plot and characters and whatnot. So, like the big gist of the episode is we get Subaki's swole as hell, man. Subaki is big as hell. Yeah, they swole with a pretty ass face. Like that's just crazy. But we get Subaki, who's just strong armed themselves into pole dancing at this club. We get that little scene. We get the girl. I think her name is Shazaka
Shizuki, Shizaku,
Shizuki. Is it
Shizaku,
Shizuki?
Shizaku, or something.
Shizaku.
Yeah.
But we get her beautiful singing and everything like that, and we get a little bit more about the club and everything like that they do. Then we find out about the gang Rumpo. We get them, like they're kind of doing what Furin does, and everything like that. But like they mainly deal with the red light. It's basically the red light district. They only really deal with in that. But like the way Kanji was talking about, he was like, yeah, we got a leaky brick, we got leaky roof, but y'all are a certified home and everything like that. So like you can see the difference between the two leaders and everything like that. And he's trying to get to that point where they're trying to make a home, a legit home, instead of having those cracks and stuff like that. But they get caught, and then we go to the streets and we fight, and we see a lot of different. I would say the animation was pretty smooth in this and everything like that. And then we get a couple of dialogues, like our boy eye patch guy, and then I that dude look like Sanji. I'm gonna just call him Sanji Light. But like they was recognize they recognize one another and everything like that. Their fighting styles and everything like that. We see our bookworm. He's looking and seeing what all he can do, because that's one of the things I really love about this. Like, they are showing people's their weaknesses, and we are actually seeing them grow, and those weaknesses are becoming strengths. But he can't fight. What did he do? He went to somebody to learn how to fight, so he can be more helpful. And I think he's gonna be a monster later down the road, once he like actually learn actual moves and everything like that. So then we get and after that we get Sakura and Kanji, and then Sakura sees Kanji in a different light, man. So like that was cool too. And then we get hands, and then so forth and so forth. What was your favorite part of the episode, G?
I think, just yeah, I think my favorite part that surprised me the most was the Shizaku singing. Like, I didn't
Oh,
think I
really?
I did not expect it to be in English. That really took me aback because at first I was like, oh, okay, they might probably do a first cue of the song in English and then they revert back to
Yeah.
Japanese. But she sang it all the way in English, and I was just like, right, I get it now. I see why these other people didn't want it to sing, because Kanji said she became so popular within 3 months. She became their best singer, which makes it imply
Yeah.
that either someone's put a hit out or the other clubs are just, oh, we got to take her kind of thing. But it was
Yeah.
really good, and I think that was probably my favorite part about it, because it opened that layer out of the competitive aspect between businesses, but also like there's also an aspect of jealousy between other singers, both male and female, when someone comes in that becomes better than them. So that's where, because someone was promised because the gravel group was promised money, so someone was paying
Money.
for.
Yeah, yeah,
is it
yeah,
a
yeah.
is it a,
Somebody's
is it
paying to get her or whatever.
Yes. Is it a group
Yeah.
paying? Is it a group that own a different club that want her, or is it someone that's jealous that wants them to be taken to them because they want to do something that hurts their voice or something? That's what I really liked about that part, because of the questions it opened up for me.
I like the foreshadowing on Tsubaki when they were talking about, like, don't let Tsubaki know that she got hurt, and this was the reason why she got hurt, because they was talking about, like, you've never have you seen Tsubaki like mad, livid, and stuff like that, like. And I like, and I'm pretty sure probably even in the next episode, we might see it in the next episode, we might see Tsubaki go in and become like this beast of a fighter and everything like that. And but like I do like the dynamic between them, because like they have this older sister, younger sister, like dynamic type deal going on like that. I do like that dynamic. I even like the community beat with the two twins that was there. Just like, oh, you noticed us. I was like, yeah, man, y'all got that strong side character energy back there, man. But Sabaki was like, no, don't let them get anything. No.
Yeah.
So like I like that. But I do like that we are, and I think we're gonna be pushing from now on. I think the next couple episodes, I think we're just gonna be having hands, or we're gonna be in this conflict. We're gonna have like action. It's gonna be like action packed for the next couple of episodes and everything like that. What did you not like about the episode, G?
Um, it wasn't so much what I didn't like about the episode. No, it was more about what I wished I had more of. Because I've always said this, and I'll die on this hill. My favorite character is Suo, aka Eye Patch Man. So I wanted to see a bit more of him, especially when he had that interaction with the Sanji lookalike, and they said, "You're a good fighter," and then Suo said, "Yeah, well, you're quite graceful yourself," kind of thing. And then they had this whole moment where one of the enemies was coming on both sides, and then they did a
Yeah,
double
yeah,
kick.
yeah, yeah.
I felt, I was like, I felt that, because yeah, I think that I just wanted more of Suo. Like, I know he's not the MC of the, it's not for him to be spotlighted, but I think for him, he's probably the most interesting character to me. And I think so it's just more of, I just wished I got a bit more of him. So not so much I didn't like anything, but more just I wish I had a bit more
He
Suo.
he's that perfect side. I wouldn't even call him sidekick, but like right hand man. Like he's the perfect right hand man to Sakura. Like he 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 evens out Sakura's character just in general a lot, and it makes Sakura pop. Where Suo is so cool and calm and collected and everything like that. Like, and it makes Sakura pop because of his type of personality and everything like that. Like he's just, I can understand why he's like one of your favorite characters and everything like that. So like
I mean,
Suo
can I
is
take
one of
a?
those.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I take it a step further? And I will go on record and
Yeah,
say, I will go on record and say Suo is the strongest first year. He just doesn't want to be the leader. I think he's the strongest first year. He just doesn't brag about it and doesn't display that he is the strongest. But I think he is.
I think I can agree and disagree on that. I think technique wise, I think you might be onto something. But raw strength wise, nah, it's that tall giant dude with the long hair and everything like that. The one who don't really talk that much. I
Hmm.
think he is the strongest. I think he's the strongest, like raw strength wise, for first year anyway. But like technique wise, I would say it's either him or the pink haired guy. You know, the dude who always who kind of fights like Suo. I think it might be them. It might be them two. Like them two might be the best like quote unquote fighters of the group. But like I think our bookworm guy, I think once he like learns some techniques, he might surpass Soul. I feel like.
That's fair. I think what makes him even more dangerous is he knows all of their fighting styles. So he would always.
Yeah. That's what I say. Yeah, like he reminds me. He remind me, and he could become Kisei from Kuriko no Basket and have the little copy technique, and he could probably copy people's techniques and stuff like that. Like it really feels like they might do something like that
Or maybe
for him.
Kenichi from History's Strongest Disciple, where
Oh
he learns.
yes,
Yes.
history, yes. I forgot about Kenichi. But he does give me Kenichi vibes too. One of my favorite fights though was when Sakura and Kanji they roundhouse kick two dudes into the head, which we might be using that as the thumbnail. Like they kick, I was like, they dead. You saw blood come up. I was like, they
Yep.
dead.
They
They
did.
murdered them.
They
They're
go in
dead.
jail. They go in jail.
They are dead. Well, there's not much I didn't like about the episode either. I mean, it did feel like it went fast. Like it felt like we was in the club for like 2 seconds, and then we were just fighting, and then the fight escalated until to the point because like there was always talking about numbers, and that's true. No matter how well rounded of a fighter you are or how strong you are, if you're overwhelmed by numbers, man, I don't think you're going to be able to take like 100 people, no matter how good of a martial artist you are or how good of a fighter you are. So when they showed up, when Gravel showed up, I was like, oh, we about to go in. And then I saw the credits going. I was like, well, dang, the episode's over already. I was really into this one right here. I was in this one. Let's see what are you predicting for the next episode? What are we happening in the next episode?
I think the bits I would predict is Tsubaki. I think, as you said, Tsubaki's gonna somehow get involved because there's no way we're gonna be in this district with the character there and them not get involved. I think the giveaway was don't tell her because you ain't never seen an earthquake. Something's gonna happen. That earthquake is gonna show up. But also, like, I want to see the twins. I want to see these right hand men
Yeah,
for
yeah.
because I want to see what kind of twin telepathy techniques are they using. I want to see all of that. But yeah, I think it is going to be a lot of hand centric, because based on the groups that are left, on the good side, as well as the goons that have just all appeared, there is going to be some hands. I don't think it's going to be quick dispensed hands. I think there's going to be some real tension hands. So yeah, I think it's going to be mostly hands.
Okay. Yeah, I agree too. I also feel like because of how they're labeling the girl as so important, I also feel like we might get this episode with Gravel and everything like that, and they might show some fight moves and everything, some impressive members of their team. But I also feel like they are probably going to go down, and Rumpo and Sakura and Co are going to be like just tired afterwards because it's a lot of people they just beat up and everything. And then another group is going to show up, or the main person who wanted them is going to show up. And I think it's what's his name? Bob. I can't remember what the dude name. You remember in episode 3, the dude who got up after
Frank,
and with the
the group
tattoos and
Frank.
everything, like, yeah,
Yeah,
Frank.
Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is where we're finna get the true kill team, that they're gonna show up. We're gonna find out that Frank was behind all of this the entire time and everything like that. That's what I feel like these next couple of episodes and everything like that, because I think we're gonna be here fighting for a little bit. And then I think the twins and Sakura is gonna show up. Not Sakura, but Tsubaki. They're gonna show up and everything like that. And maybe a couple of more people from Booferin. And I only really say this because like you do get like a brawl type thing in the opening. I always go back to the anime opening, but it happens in the little night district thing. So like that might be the case. Other than all that, you got anything else for us?
Nah, I think we've covered everything really.
All right. Well then, if you guys agree with what we just said, let us know in the comments below. If you disagree, comment below. If you got your own opinions on it, comment below. Like we said before, give us a subscribe and like the video. It helps us out a lot, and it's free for you. You know you love that free. In this economy, free is good. I have been Shin the Hero. That has been Ginyu Talk, and we will catch y'all in the next video.